Hey yo, what it do YouTube? It's your boy Alvin MB10 aka AMR10, and what I got for you today is some more NBA 2K23 Next Gen. More specifically, what I have for you today, I'm most likely going to title this video is the 6'8 power forward build way better than the 6'9, because ladies and gentlemen, this build right here is something spectacular. Now as you can see, it is a Pascal Siakam build, power forward, right-handed. We decided to go with this jersey number 43. I do gotta say shout out to Queen Nige, because she is the one who asked me to make this build, and low-key from making this build I was able to see how insane the 6'8 power forward build is, because when you see the stats this thing can get, it is quite insane. Now height-wise, as we said, 6'8, we decided to go with Pascal's frame, so we went with the 230 weight as well as the 7'3" wingspan. And body shape, obviously you can go whatever you want, it really doesn't affect how the build plays out. Now, before we get into the breakdown for this build, I do gotta say shout out to all of you. Thank you for all the support you've been showing to the channel. It is really appreciated. But I also gotta say, if you like today's video and you want to see more content like this, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to drop a comment telling me what you think about the build, whether you like it or hate it. Also drop a comment telling me what sort of stuff you want to see on the channel, whether it be more build videos or more gameplay videos. Also, don't forget to share the video because it helps a lot. And if you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as turning post notifications on, because we are aiming to hit that. We're aiming to get 5,000 subs by this time next year, so hopefully we can get that. Now, getting the physicals out the way, decided to go to 75 when it came to the speed as well as a 75 when it came to the excel. Vertical, put that up to a 70 because we do want to get at least pro contact dunks on this build. And then obviously with the stamina, got to go at least above an 85, decided to go to an 88. And then when it comes to the strength, decided to go to 55. I do know for a big, this is kind of low, but the truth of it is, you won't find yourself in many situations, hopefully, where you need to use it like that. So 55 should be suitable enough. Now, to get the finishing out the way, firstly, as you can guess, decided to go with an 86 when it came to the driving dunk, because that does allow us to get gold limitless takeoff, and 80 when it came to the driving layup, because again allows us to get that Hall of Fame Giant Slayer. As you see, and 79 is the bare minimum you need to get that +1 badge point, so we went with an 80. And then when it came to the close shot, decided to put this all the way up to an 85 because it does allow us to get that gold fast twitch as well as that extra little badge point that puts us up at 16. Now, because Pascal Siakam is somewhat of a post player, and some of you might actually play as post players whilst playing the power forward, we decided to give this build an 80 when it came to the post control, because it then does allow you to get that gold back down punisher as well as Hall of Fame spin technician, post spin technician, gold dream shake, and drop stepper, and a grand total badge count of 20 total finishing badges. When it came to the shooting, decided to go with an 84 in the mid-range because mostly, you know, that's the bare minimum you need to get blinders, and then the 83 is the minimum you need to get that +1 badge point. When it came to the 3-ball, decided to go to 78 because, again, we were trying to get at least 21 badge points on this build, and as you can see with that breakdown, we are able to get silver coordinate specialist as well as silver catch and shoot, gold blinders, gold guard up, and a lot of Hall of Fame badges as well as gold claymore. Then obviously on the free throw, got to put it at 78 because some of you will be taking this build into the rec, and in which case you will want the build to have the ability to shoot free throws. Now in total, you do finish with 21 total shooting badges, which shows you how balanced this build is when it comes to the end of it. Now, ball handle, this goes all the way up to an 85, allowing you to get that gold quick first step. Speed with ball, as many people say, this isn't necessary, so we always go with a minimum of a 75. And then when it came to the pass accuracy, decided to go with a 78, just because we wanted to be a little bit special. Plus, it does get us that +1 badge point to give us a grand total of 20 total playmaking badge points, which again, you can lay out however you choose best with this build. Then when it comes to the perimeter defense, decided to put this up at a 79. Key thinking here was a 79 allows us to get that silver challenger, and then 80 does nothing for us. Decided to go with an 80 when it came to the interior defense because, again, this is a big man build, in which case you will need at least silver interior lockdown, plus that +1 badge point does help quite a bit. And then on the steal, got to go with a 78 because you are trying to get at least silver interceptor. And then obviously when it comes to the block, you always got to go with a 75 because that's the bare minimum you need to get gold chase down artist, which is, in my personal opinion, a decent badge to be running this year, especially with the 7'3" wingspan. And then on the offensive rebound, decided to go with a 78 because, again, you are big, so you will be expected to crash the glass a little bit. And then on the defensive, decided to go with an 82 because then you do get that +1 badge point as well as gold box out beast, which I personally believe is necessary, especially with how low the strength is on this build, allowing you to finish with a grand total of 23 total defensive badge points on this build. Now in total, that does mean you finish with 23, 43, 64, 84 total badge points before the +4 you get from playing some of my career games, putting you at 88. And then if you're fortunate enough to have completed the seasons before, you get 89 total badge points on this build. Looking at the breakdown of it, you can see how well balanced it is with 20+ in each category. If you really wanted to with the +4, you could slap 2 on playmaking maybe, one on finishing, 1 on shooting, in which case you'd have a 21, 22, 22, 23 split, which is kind of balanced in my opinion. Now, takeover is the very first one. I'd personally go with something along the lines of easy blow-bys because, again, you are a smaller, like you're a 6'8 power forward. you're not exactly 7 foot, so if you do come up matched up against a 7-footer, you want an easy way of getting by him. And then on the secondary one, I'd most likely go with something along the lines of spot-up precision, just because, again, you will find yourself in a lot of spot-up situations. You might find yourself in situations where you're taking the ball to the hoop yourself, but hey, you might find yourself in some situations where you're really just out there having to spread it out. Now, the players we do get in the shades of for this build happen to be Jayson Tatum, Andrei, Kirilenko, LeBron James. Now, some of you might mock AK-47 because you're like, who the hell is that? Because you might be too young to remember this man when he was in the league. But this man was cold. This man was a lockdown defender who had the ability to shoot the ball when he needed to, and on rare occasion be able to put the ball on the floor. As for JT and King James, I don't need to explain who they are. As you can see, the build name is the Inside the Arc Shot Creator. Do I need to say more? You know how deceiving it is, because technically it is a two-way with the defensive capabilities it does have, as well as a playmaker with the great pass accuracy, great ball handle, and the decent speed with ball. And then obviously we all know how the shooting is on this build. It is quite impeccable. Now, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, which if you did, don't forget to do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as well as turning post notifications on, because it is a big thing for the channel. Don't forget to drop a comment telling me what other builds you want to see me make on this channel. Also drop a comment telling me what sort of content you want to see on the channel, because we are trying to get to 5K subs ASAP. And drop a comment just generally saying what's up. But yeah, it's been your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10. I'll catch you in a bit. Deuces.